Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the second session today of the IPF World Equipped Bench Press Championships here in Potchefstroom in South Africa. This session is the big guys. This is Masters 1, 2, 3 and 4, sub 120 and super heavyweight lifters. We've got quite a few lifters in these classes. There's only one or two where there is just a single lifter, so we should see some interesting battles. My name is Joe Whiteley. By my side is, I think this is possibly a first for IPF commentary, my wife, Joe Whiteley.
Hello.
Current world champion, I believe.
Yes, as of yesterday.
So Joe is going to be providing some more technical information, as she is a much more accomplished lifter than I am.
Well, I'll certainly try.
Okay, so the bar is loaded, I think. I'm not sure if we are waiting for a lifter to come out.
Well, the clock's ticking down. We're down to 20 seconds. So we'll have to hurry up if he's coming out.
Yeah, he might not be. No. Right, okay. Yeah, so that was just that was the countdown until the start. So we will hear that the bar is loaded in just a second. We did get a little confused because a couple of days ago, some of the lifters didn't come out when they were called. But
okay, here he comes.
You expect the masters to know what they're doing. So the all-important first attempt, you've got to get that one on the board. It gives you a psychological and a tactical disadvantage if you don't do so.
Oh, it's a huge confidence boost. Just getting that first one in is a massive confidence boost. It's always a bit nervous until you've got one on the board with a quick lift on.
Yeah. You sometimes see some guys come out and they haven't got the shirt on just to get one in.
Okay, nice easy touch. And a nice easy press.
Yeah. The referees agree with us, fortunately. 3 white lights, and he is on the board with that one.
Good start.
So this we now have the second Masters 4 lifter. We have a Russia versus USA battle in the Masters 4 sub 120s.
Got quite a lot of weight classes and age classes to keep an eye on here. Here comes Bill.
I love watching the Masters 4s guys. They're always so calm and collected.
And they have the confidence as well to talk to the spotter and to tell him exactly what they need.
It's very, very important in equipped bench press to make sure that you get the handout that you need. It can make all the difference. It can be a kill or cure.
You need to be sure you've got hold of the weight before the spotter releases it. So let's see what Bill can do.
There's control in the descent.
Lovely. Very
That's what your opener should look like. That was fantastic. And the referees agree with us. So the battle is on in the sub 120 Masters 4.
And I think we will have a battle because the Russian put 140 on for his next attempt, so that should be interesting.
Yeah, they're chasing each other. We should see some chopping and changing for the third attempts.
Okay, this is the first of the big guys in the M1s.
Yep.
He had a very interesting technique for getting his shirt on. He wrapped his arms with parcel tape to get his shirt on. So that was quite interesting watching him get that out. Yeah, I wouldn't have liked to have been pulling tape off my arms from under my shirt.
No, I presume he's very definitely exfoliated his arms then.
It's certainly a new one on me. Oh, and that was very easy.
Well, it certainly worked for him. A lot of people use plastic bags or that kind of thing to get the sleeves on, but whatever works for you is okay in equipped lifting.
It was quite interesting helping in the warm-up room because when you're lifting you don't really have time to look at anyone else, but helping out with the loading, saw some really interesting techniques for getting the shirt on.
Okay, so Alan Fuglsang of Denmark. Presumably no relation to the cyclist Jacob Fuglsang.
He may be. Masters 3 lifter, which means he's in his 60s, so this is a big weight.
67 years old, yeah.
Lovely. Don't see anything wrong with that.
We had the pleasure of sharing a table with him at one of the Masters banquets not too long ago. A very nice chap.
He did get a red light from the centre ref, though. I wonder what that was for.
Possibly the head. Yeah, looks like a change of position. Okay, so the other lifter in his group is, I presume that's pronounced Shadyan, from the USA. And he's going 2.5 kilos heavier, so this could be another interesting battle to watch. Does he have a lot number advantage? He does not, and he also doesn't have a bodyweight advantage. So
he has to go 2.5 kilos
he's got to
heavier.
keep going heavier. Yeah.
Being coached by a world champion there.
The best way.
Taking his time, making sure he's got his setup right.
Yeah, plenty of time, although it always worries me when someone's setup takes more than 30 seconds, because if you get told to re-rack the bar or you have to do it again, you're in a world of trouble.
True. And the last thing you want is to be taking the bar out again in a panicky way.
Yep, because that is a almost guaranteed way to fail a lift.
Tight. Drive it.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
It's nice to see so many people getting their openers in. There was hardly anyone got their openers in the last session.
The Masters 1 was a bloodbath. It was very nervous to watch. I'm sure it must have been absolutely awful if you were lifting.
Okay, we have a local boy now.
He is only 51. A mere youth, and he's only been competing 2 years.
Wow.
So he's probably going to be PBing every lift, I would imagine. I'm not sure what his PB is, but this may be his first international.
Okay, well, let's see what he can do. Nice descent. Easy touch.
Yeah, it did bounce on the chest just a little, which delayed him getting the start command from Ephraim, the centre ref.
It can look to observers as though he's getting a very slow press command, but the bar was moving around on his chest.
Okay, first British lifter, none other than James Brinkat-Smith. He was joking to me earlier on that he's won the weigh-in. His body weight is 196.8, and I just want to give a shout out to his mum Jackie, who I believe is watching. Hello at home there, Jackie. Hope you're excited for seeing your little boy compete.
Of course, James is one of Mark Giles's lifters from the Horncastle Club in the UK. He's under pressure now because his teammates all won medals yesterday.
Yeah, he's got a lot to live up to.
He has.
But he's a strong guy.
Come on, James.
Now, when a man like that says "my bar," you say "yes, sir."
Oh, that was lovely. He's
Beautiful,
got a lot more in
beautiful.
him there.
Hope you're proud of him, Jackie. Hope you're proud.
Be interested to see what he puts up next.
Yeah. There's some very, very large weight openers in that group. Mind you, in this Masters 2, sub-120s, you've got one guy opening at 300 kilos.
Wow. That's huge.
As an opener. That's astonishing. Another local boy, Andrew Denoon. Now, he's not got a belt on.
That's unusual. Not everyone does, though. If your
Although
singlet's tight enough.
Yeah, has he got a shirt on there? It's a little difficult to see.
Yes, he has, yes.
Right, okay. So if the singlet's tight enough, it will keep the shirt down.
If the shirt's tight enough and the singlet's tight enough, I guess so. I always find that my shirt slips up unless I've got my belt on really quite tight.
Well, whatever his setup, it's working for him.
But the shirt's quite high. He's not got that pulled down very far, so maybe we'll see him wear a belt when he jacks the shirt down a bit for a heavier weight.
Maybe that's just a safe opener. Okay, first French lifter. About to come out for 220 kilos.
Okay, so this is our first lifter in the Masters 120 kilo category.
From France.
And got some very, very young guys on the platform, but these guys are from Ephraim, the centre referee's gym, I believe, and he has trained them very, very, very well. We've seen them catch some quite challenging fails, so full power to those guys.
Yes, we have, and you need to feel safe when you're handling such big weights.
Yeah, bench in many ways is the most dangerous lift. As I said in the previous session, you can drop a deadlift, you can dump a squat, but if the bench goes wrong, it's heading for your face, and that's very worrying indeed.
Oh, are these bouncing off his chest
Oh,
there?
his head came up. He's struggling.
Let's see what the referees say.
Will the feet have moved there? So I suspect that the head moved, if only the centre referee has given him a yellow, but...
It is a difficult one for the side referees to see because the head's masked by the plates, so quite often if the head does come up, only the centre ref sees it. But I think his head came up before he got the press command. It did,
but he was certainly moving around on the bench as he went, so... Problem is now the referees will be watching for that next time.
It's very difficult to keep track as a referee of who did what. Really, you just judge the lift that's in front of you. And lifters often think that a referee will remember what you did last time, but quite often they don't.
Obviously, the best thing to do is not fail any lifts, but that's easier said than done in some cases. Okay, so first lifter from Japan. Nakamura, 232.5 kilos. Japan, a nation of strong bench pressers.
They are.
I'm not sure if there's a physiological reason or if it's...
just a cultural reason, but they've got quite a big team here this week.
Always very enthusiastic, the Japanese.
That's a lovely, slow, controlled descent. A little bit of a struggle on the press there.
Yeah. But it's in.
Important thing is to keep that descent under control and keep control of the bar and absolutely dominate it, make sure it goes where you want it to. It's so easy for it to slip out of line right at the bottom when you're struggling for the touch.
Yeah, and once it's gone, it's gone. There's no pulling it back. Even if it's hovering and it's not actually dipped, once it's offline, it's game over. Gunter Sal Beck of Germany now in the Masters 1 sub-120s. Projected place of 4th so far.
That's presuming everyone gets their openers in.
You really don't know until the first round's happened.
Nothing's guaranteed when you're in a bench here. He's a little bit wobbly on the descent. Struggling for the touch there. He just can't keep it still.
Oh my goodness! Well, thank goodness for the safeties. For those who don't speak German, you could hear the coach saying "langsam, langsam," which means slowly, slowly. So he got the descent right, but clearly it just went offline.
You can see on the replay there, he was wobbling about, his elbows were back and forward under the bar.
Yeah, it's not landed in the right place, that, has it?
He had no chance for a clean press there, really. The spotters did well to catch that.
Yeah. Okay, so our first lifter in this group from Mongolia. One of the Mongolian lifters won his class in the last session. I don't think they've been involved in powerlifting very long, so this is...
and they've got quite a few here this week.
Good stuff. Big, strong guys they seem to be. But yeah, I think anyone in this group who isn't from Finland is going to have a problem because the Finnish lifter is opening at 285 in this group.
Well, as long as he gets it in, that'll put him a long way ahead.
As long as, as they say in many sports, if you want to win, get a Finn. Nice touch. Oh,
I'm not sure if he's...
now I saw the
bum
glutes come
came
up there. I definitely saw the
Yes.
glutes, and so did everybody else. So no lift for him, unfortunately.
That's a shame.
It is. Whether that's just nerves or it was,
Let's have a look on the replay.
The judges from Hungary.
Bar comes down. As he presses it, yep, just a bit too much leg drive there.
yeah. Okay, so maybe you can fix that with setup. I can't see him going up weight though, unless he does something crazy with the shirt. But anything is possible in equipped bench.
Well, sometimes you need a bit more weight to get the descent right, which will make the press easier. It's counterintuitive that putting more weight on will make the press easier, but it is actually often the case.
Yeah, the hard part is catching when the shirt gives up and the triceps have to take over. That's the issue. As well, you know.
I do. Okay, Hungarian lifter. Oh, that was a very easy descent. And a very easy press as well.
Yeah.
That was lovely.
There's an experienced man who just wanted to get his opener in.
We might well see a big jump from him.
Yeah. Although, again, there's a lifter in his class opening at 300, one of the Japanese lifters. Okay, I think this is our only solo lifter.
And it's a world record
It is.
in the M3s.
Now, that is confidence to open on a world record.
It's generally not advised, but let's hope that his confidence is well placed.
Yeah. I always, at this point, like to give a shout out to Martin Flett and his 3 reasons for failure: opening too heavy, and opening too heavy. So let's hope that this is not what's going to happen. To Kojo-san.
Maybe he's only just moved up into the class, into the age class.
Possibly.
I can't just see his age. It's often the way in the Masters that as you move up to the next weight class,
you destroy everything before you.
Okay.
Okay, well, the descent looks good. Well, let's see what they say, because it looked a little iffy.
Sure. Oh, well,
2 to 1. That is a new world record on his first attempt.
that's impressive.
So I can pretty much guarantee that we will see that record change
Well, at least it be attempted again.
at least once. Yeah.
Okay, so we're still working our way through the first attempts. We've got the Masters 2 120 kilo lifter next.
Yep. Herr Zimmermann of Germany. He's opening at 255, and as you can see on your screens, his PB is 270. So again, the benefit of experience. Open with something that you can easily do on a bad day. One thing that that can be affecting these lifters is that here in sunny Potchefstroom we are at 4,000 feet above sea level, and that does make a difference to performance.
It really does. Unless you keep your salts up, you have danger of cramps. And the other thing is, it's not really obvious. Potch is quite flat, so it's not really obvious that we're at altitude. So it's something that some of the lifters might miss.
Yeah, it's easier to get out of breath. The air is thinner. There's not so much oxygen.
And the last thing you want is a back cramp
Yeah.
or a hip cramp when you're benching.
Okay, now again, the centre referee didn't like something about the position, but 2 to 1
I didn't
is a good
spot
lift.
that, but maybe we'll spot it on the replay.
Glutes.
Oh, did his bum come up?
Yeah. Yeah, and the centre referee is making sure the side referees are watching for it, I think.
All loaded from Czech Republic.
Frame Kandanisi does a lot for powerlifting in South Africa. I believe he coaches all these guys for nothing out of the goodness of his heart.
Okay, here we have Jan. He's a policeman. He's got quite a big opener there at 275.
Yeah, but there's 2 guys opening heavier than that even in this group.
It's the advantage of commentating on the big guys. You get to see some really big weights moved.
Yep. Everybody loves the
and
super.
That's some difficulty getting that down. It did look like he was moving around a lot on the bench
Yeah,
there.
whether he actually... No.
Oh, 3 weights.
Well, he's been given it, so
Well, you
that's
can
fine.
move around on the bench as long as your bum doesn't come up, or your feet don't move, or your head doesn't come up.
Yep. And because it was 3 whites, that is unanimous, and the jury can't get involved.
Getting up some really big weights now.
Yep. Here is the chap
Big
from
benching
Finland.
Finn.
Yep.
I think bench press is the national pastime in Finland. You see so many really strong benchers from Finland. Oh, and that was very easy.
Beautiful. Yeah. Well, they spend a lot of the year in darkness, so you may as well be in the gym bench pressing. He needs to watch those glutes. I'm not sure.
He was moving around quite a lot.
Yeah. Okay, Robert Kretschmar coming out for 285.
One of 5 lifters in this class.
It's you know you're at the sharp end of lifting when 285 gets you 3rd place, provisional. You know, the prognosis place.
But this will move him up to the top of his group until the next lifter comes out.
Mm-hmm.
That's lovely. He's kept his chest nice and high, kept his position, and that's got him a good press. Very nice.
Yeah. The referees agree with us. He's happy with that.
One of the hardest things to do with a heavy weight in your hands is to keep your chest up. It's very easy to collapse under the weight, and as soon as you collapse under the weight, your head comes up, you lose your line, and everything's gone.
Yeah, it's game over at that point, isn't it? Okay, so 290 for the last of the 120 plus. Is it these guys Masters 1?
Masters 1, I think.
Yep. So he just needs to get this one. He is currently nowhere. Once he if he gets this, this will move him into 1st place in his group. Seems to be some very strong guys from Estonia too. Let's face it, when you're at the World Bench Press Championships, everybody's a strong guy.
Yeah, it's very true. I'm not sure whether his head came up a little bit there.
Yeah, difficult to see from the angle that we had on the camera, but
3
no.
white lights. So that puts him into 1st place in his class. And I think this is the last opener coming up. I have a 300 kilo opener. And this is a world record too in the M2s.
Okay.
From Japan.
Okay.
So I have some very confident lifters from Japan today. That's a huge lift for his opener.
There's a lot of support from the crowd here. That's one wonderful thing about powerlifting, is that everybody wants everybody to get the lift, unless you're actually competing up against somebody, but even that is only during the competition.
It's true. You can't help but cheer for someone who's moving a huge weight, whether he's on your team or not. So let's see what he can do. Oh, it's gone over. That's a shame because it was a strong press, but he just went a little bit out of line.
Yeah, you did say earlier on that it is sometimes it's almost bad luck to open on a world record. But
opening on a PB or opening on a record is, it can often go wrong. But to be honest, he looked strong under that. He just lost his line a little bit. He's got every chance of getting that on his 2nd attempt.
Yeah, it's not like it was far too heavy or anything like that. And of course, they've got the flexibility of the shirts. So.
And he got a good touch. He had quite a short range of motion, so I'm reasonably confident he'll come back out and he'll nail that.
He's put the same weight up again, 300.
I think that's right.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so this guy has Pashover from Russia has this is his 1st year as an M4.
Okay, so he's going out for 140. This won't move him up to the top in his class because he's heavier than the other lifter.
Yeah. So, mind you, most of the tactics tend to happen in the third round.
Yeah, on the third round you can change your attempt twice, and that's when you start to see tactics coming into it. Trying to force your opponent into a bigger lift than they can actually achieve.
Yeah. And you see some tactics from the coaches as well. You'll quite often have 2 or 3 attempts in their pocket, ready to hand in.
Very slow, very controlled descent. Oh, is that fully locked out?
Didn't quite look it to me, but the referees seem to think so. So they're in the right position. So
it's as a referee, I find it's one of the most difficult things to referee. As a side referee on bench, you're looking for so many things. You're looking for the feet moving and the head moving, and the bar dipping. It's quite a challenge to keep your eye on everything.
In many ways, it's the most technical lift of the 3.
It is, especially equipped. Equipped bench, in a lot of ways, is the most exciting discipline in all of powerlifting because there are so many different tactics. You know, it's not a case of with classic bench you can lift what you can lift. It's all about keeping control of your equipment and adjusting the shirt correctly for the weight you want to lift.
Yep. So this is our other M4 lifter from America, Bill Helmy.
Very strong. Okay, we're getting a lot of red lights from the centre ref. I'm not sure if he's seen head movement. Just looking on the replay now.
Just about see it behind his elbow. No, I think it was the glutes actually.
That'd be hard to spot for the centre ref though.
Yeah.
Mind you, he's slightly at an angle, he's not fully face on.
Yeah. Which is possibly a better place to be. At least in part, he's out of the way of the cameras, but.
Yeah. But it does give you some opportunity to see from the side whether his bum's coming off the bench or not.
Okay, so Sharma from India.
Oh, that's interesting. He's dropped his belt. He's taken his belt off.
Okay. Perhaps he.
See how he does with this, because I know that if I don't wear a belt or my belt isn't tight enough, my bench shirt heads north at a rate of knots as soon as I try and press. So fingers crossed for him. This goes okay.
Well, you have to think he knows what he's doing.
Well, he certainly did.
Yeah,
that
looks
was
like
fine.
it. Maybe he just keeps the belt on to hold the shirt in place and then ditches it at the last minute.
Here we have Alan in the Masters 3 category.
Yeah. It's only gone up 5, so.
But it will move him up to first place.
Yeah, and it says on your screens there that his PB is 2:05. So
maybe he's just doing what he needs to win.
Yeah, I think maybe when we saw him in Spain last year, he was I think he might have been injured. So I don't know if that has been a lingering injury that's staying with him, or
maybe so. I think he's playing quite a clever game and just doing what he needs to do, because that was an easy press. He's clearly got a lot more in him.
Yeah. Yep, and Shadyan follows him in the same class, 2.5 kilos ahead. He has to do that because he has a significant bodyweight disadvantage.
The Americans have brought quite a large team this time. They've got lifters in most of the categories. They've already ranked up a number of world champions. Collected quite a few medals already.
Yeah, powerlifting is very, very popular in the US, and I think is to some degree state funded as well, isn't it?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah.
55 seconds.
Okay, he's taken his time with his setup there.
Yeah, he's in no rush whatsoever.
Starts to get a bit worrying at this point, though, doesn't it?
Well, we saw some guys.
Lovely touch. Oh, it dipped though.
Oh, it did indeed.
Yeah.
No, we saw. I think it was Mike Settles, the one, and I think he's a US M4 83. He got one of his. He started one of his lifts with 4 seconds to go.
He did.
And he walked away with a gold medal.
He did.
So.
Okay, we've got James Pinkett Smith for Great Britain. Dinky Brinky, as his teammates call him. Back in Horncastle. They do. Well, they told me they do.
Yeah. Well, it's we've said it now, so they definitely do.
He's only been lifting 3 years, says James, and he's already got 3 British titles under his belt.
And Mark Giles, his coach, is asking for audience participation.
And he's got his teammates in the audience, so you can hear them supporting him.
What is it says on the back of the Horncastle t-shirts? No excuses, just lift it, I think, isn't it?
Something like that. Okay, he's gone up 7.5 kilos from his last attempt, which was very easy.
Yeah, very strong guy. Yeah, nice touch.
And a
nice
lovely press. Well done.
Definitely a crowd pleaser. And it's worth mentioning at this point, you can see the platform is full of Eleiko equipment, and all the spotters are wearing SBD t-shirts. Our 2 main sponsors, Eleiko and SBD, and we also have sponsorship from Ray-Ban, Rogue and Bull. Just in case you aren't sure what SBD stands for, quite obviously it stands for squat, bench, deadlift, but I had to ask somebody. So.
Not silent, but deadly. Okay, we have local boy Craig with 197.5. He's gone up 12.5 kilos for this lift.
Yeah, he's. I guess he's getting close to 4th place with this.
Not quite strong
tough.
enough for this one, I think.
No.
I think maybe he needs his shirt pulling down a little bit for that weight.
Possibly. Although, yeah.
It was a very careful descent, but he didn't seem to meet any resistance there, so maybe just a little bit more shirt will give him that press.
Yeah. Well, the sleeves are near to the joint, which is where they should be, so that isn't the issue, but well, we'll just see. He might need to put some weight on the bar, as it were.
Often the answer, but not always.
Surely more weight is always the answer.
Only if it goes up again.
This is true. So another local boy, Andrew Denoon.
So he's currently sitting in 3rd place in his class.
Oh,
that was well caught by the loaders.
That clearly didn't come down in the wrong place, and his head came up even before it touched, so that's just a technical issue. Yeah, sometimes the setup just isn't right.
Of course, when it goes wrong in a bench shirt, it can often go wrong very quickly in quite an unexpected direction.
Yeah, true.
It's so important to keep it under control. Easier said than done, though, when everyone's pushing the boundaries and trying to get their best lift in.
Yeah, I wonder if that's what happened in the Masters 1 group in the last group, whether they were
the 105s. Hardly anyone got their opener in.
I wonder whether they were all just one up in each other with their openers. Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, we have a French lifter that's sitting in 3rd place in the Masters 1 120 kilo class. 2 lifters yet to get a lift in this class.
Another very keen nation of powerlifters, the French.
They are. They're always so enthusiastic with the anthem when they're on the podium. That was a nice strong press. See what the refs say.
Yeah, 2-1.
2-1 will do it.
Do you know, it shows Ephraim trains these guys. I suspect he doesn't let anything slip past because he seems to be very, very keen. Okay, so Gunther needs this one. He failed his last one. He's gone up 2.5. So
he was very unstable under the bar, I think. Hopefully he can set up nice and tight, keep it all under control.
Yeah, maybe that extra 2.5 kilos is going to
just make it a little bit easier to get the touch.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what you can do. Keep the chest up.
Yeah, Lang's arm again, slowly.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh, and yeah, it's just sat on the chest and wouldn't go anywhere. So
he still looks to be struggling to get the touch though, so I'm not sure what he's going to do next.
Stick another 50 kilos on it.
Oh, it's a panicky situation to be in though, to not have anything on the board and going out for your third lift.
True. But it's all or nothing at that point, isn't it?
Oh, it is, yeah.
So another lifter who needs to get this one. He is going for the same attempt as last time. Maybe the pressure's on because a gold medal is going to Mongolia. So who knows what goes through people's minds at this point.
Yeah, the Germans put 250 on for his third attempt.
Okay, they were listening to me.
That's what he needs. He needs the weight to come down in a smooth line.
Possibly. Well, we'll see if it works very soon. Okay.
I held him at the top there. His feet were still moving. Very easy touch.
Nice fast press.
Fine.
Yeah.
Very good.
2-1, a good lift. Yeah, he's got to be happy with that.
2-1 will do it.
Yep. 2 out of 3 is good enough.
I wonder if there's a lot of red lights from the centre ref. I wonder if at the angle he's at, it looks to him like the glutes are coming up, but the two side refs can see that he's still in contact.
Yeah, maybe.
Because the side refs can see they've got a light shining across the bench, so the camera can see when the bum comes up, because you can see the light underneath.
Yeah. You don't want to see that daylight. I imagine the referees love it, and I suspect the lifters don't like it very much, but it's a good technical solution.
There's a lovely touch and a lovely press. Very nice indeed.
Just like the last one. Put some weight on that bar, young man. Very, very calm.
Well, now he's got 2 good lifts in. Maybe he will put quite a big increase on for his next one. Because that was very controlled, very nice.
It was, yeah. We're just seeing the slow motion replay now, and okay, so Herr Zimmermann, 260. Only a 5 kilo increase. But I guess he's...
well, he's sitting in first place, so it's up to everyone else to beat him at this point.
Yeah. He's set the mark for the rest of them to hit.
Of course, if the Japanese lifter gets his 300 the next time round...
it's all changed.
Yeah.
0 to hero in one move.
Quite a wide stance there. Can you still say stance when it's on the bench?
Well, you
Set
did.
up position.
Yeah. I think we knew what you meant.
Oh, go on, lock it out.
Oh, that last inch.
I'm not sure who got that at all.
No. Unfortunately not. Well,
Well, he's still in first place for the moment. Got a couple more lifters in his group to take their second attempt yet.
Looks like his opener was perfectly judged, but it doesn't look like he's got a lot more there.
Maybe if he just gets that line perfect, he'll get a lot more drive off the chest.
Okay. So Kojo-san, he took the record last time with 2:45.5.
Interesting that he's taking a 0.5 increase on a 20 kilo jump. I wonder if this is a world record in another age class as well.
Maybe.
Otherwise, it would be quite an unusual attempt selection.
Yeah, it's not something you see very often. But,
so I wonder if it's also a Masters 2 record. No, it can't be. Maybe it's a national record. National Open record.
He's super heavyweight.
Or maybe he just fancied that number. Nice big chest, he's keeping his position really well. Oh, didn't quite make it.
No, well.
Very close.
Well, he may regret that jump. Although saying that, he's solo in his class, so he has already taken the gold medal.
Okay, so he's already world champion, he's got a world record, so he is having quite a good day.
Yeah, it's not so important that he gets this lift. Obviously, going 3 for 3, 9 white lights would be what everybody wants, but
it's a hard thing to do at an international level in a bench shirt, though. It's
true. I've seen a big jump here. He's gone from 245 to 270 as Janos Cerner.
This will put him in first place.
Yep. Yeah, currently sitting second. But again, if Wada from Japan gets his 300, which he failed last time, then everybody moves down one.
Well, that was an easy descent and an easy press. I think he's got a lot more. I think we might see another big jump.
Yeah, very tactical lifter by the look of things.
So that puts him in first in the Masters 2 120s.
Currently first, yep. All depends on Wada.
And the bar is loaded, 290 for Finland.
Okay, he's not got his wrist wraps on yet. I think he's mistimed that a little bit because the clock's already ticking down.
Yeah, 45 seconds at this point, as you can see on your screens in the graphics.
And he's dropped his wrist wrap as well. I would be having a bit of a panic by now if I was still nowhere near the platform with 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, and obviously having a panic is the last thing that you need to do because it just makes everything else worse, but it's hard not to.
I don't think it's coming out. I think the lifter we're looking at isn't the Finn.
Yeah, I think you're right actually.
I think it's the next lifter.
Yeah. So it's often the case, especially in equipped lifting, where you have to be ready in your kit and so on a couple of minutes before, that even if you're not going to come out for an attempt.
I thought he was looking quite calm.
Yeah, you would still let that you would let the clock run because it can put pressure on the other lifters in your group.
What you can't see on the live stream either is that it's quite a steep ramp up to the stage.
Yeah, you had to be helped down it yesterday, didn't you, a couple of times?
My squat shoes were quite worn, quite shiny, and I thought I was going to skate down it and take out all the lifters at the bottom.
Yeah, so it's Jan Pinch that we were looking at, which explains why he was so very, very calm. So maybe the Finnish lifter just doesn't want to tire himself out and wanted to miss one.
So this is a 17.5 kilo jump, quite a big jump.
But again, this can happen in equipped lifting. We've just seen somebody absolutely smoke a 35 kilo jump from their first attempt.
Nice big chest, controlling the descent very well. Bit of a struggle at lockout,
Yeah,
but he got
had
it.
to fight it, but I think that was going to be okay.
Yeah, I think it was a good lift.
Yes. Unanimous, 3 white lights.
He's got his shirt jack quite a long way down, though. I'm not sure how much more he'll have on the press.
Yeah.
Because once the shirt, he took everything the shirt gave him, and then he had to struggle to lock it out at the top.
He might have an extra shirt that he's going to go into for his
Maybe
last
so.
one.
It's quite a big group. There's 20 lifters or so in the group.
Yeah.
There would be time to take that shirt off and put another one on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not something I'd like to do, but I know people do it. Okay, so this will put him in first place, I think, on body weight.
Yep.
Probably not for long.
No. Well, there's someone else wants 297.5, and then Pinch has put in a 10 kilo jump, taking him over 300, 302.5.
Getting some really big weights now. Oh, I didn't see the bar dip. I think that was good.
I think maybe I did, but
Yeah.
it was clearly borderline. We're both
Right.
watching the same thing and thought something different, but
He struggled to get the touch that bounced off his chest once.
yeah, which can upset things.
Yeah, which
so,
means you haven't quite got your line.
Yeah.
And yes, on the replay you can clearly see it dip.
5 loaded for release from Estonia.
Okay. So currently third in class, is he?
He is second, isn't he?
Ah, yes, yeah.
But this will take him to the top of his group.
Yeah.
World champion position. Very
Easy.
nice. Very nice.
No
He's
problems
got a lot
there
more
at all.
3 white lights for those group left. Well done.
Very good.
Take the bar to 300.
Okay, so we're back to 300 for Wada-san, who, if he gets this, it will be a world M2 record. Didn't quite go last time. Didn't quite go, but it
No,
wasn't
but he
far
was
off.
strong. He was very strong.
Yeah, it looked like a technical problem rather than anything else, I would say.
He's got a lot of support from the crowd. He's looking quite calm. Hopefully this will go this time. And obviously that will catapult him to the top of his group.
Yeah, we all want to see this 300. Well, we all, apart from the other 4 guys in his group, want to see this 300 anyway.
Got quite a narrow foot position there. It's quite unusual. He wasn't happy with his... Oh, it was the referee wasn't happy. Something.
Yeah, time's
Clock's
ticking away.
ticking down.
Oh, he didn't have his feet flat. He's got
This is going to
15
be-
seconds. He's still got time.
He'll need to keep his composure now.
And he's got the
There
start
he
command
goes.
at 10 seconds, so no problem.
And just
Oh,
an
come
inch
on,
of
finish it.
lockout. Oh, I'm not sure. No,
Oh dear.
just didn't quite manage to lock
dear.
that right arm.
The pressure is really on now.
But again, it's a bit panicky when you have to take your attempt so quickly.
Yeah.
So maybe if you can come out and just nail his setup completely right, there's still every chance of him getting that.
There
lift.
is. Even the slightest thing can throw you off, and
Yeah.
I think having somebody whack at your feet is definitely one of those slightest things.
Okay, we're into the third round now. This is where we start to see the tactics come into play, and we start to see world champions being made.
True, true.
So this is the lifter in the 120-M4 class. So that lifter is in his 70s.
Yeah, this is the guy who has just come up into the M4s. He's 70.
Oh, we just saw a change there.
Oh, we did, yeah.
So the Bill put a change from 150 to 152.5.
Yeah, the American and the Russian are both on the same weight. Obviously, if one of them gets it, then I expect to see a change from the other. I'm not sure quite where they are on body weight.
Bill is lighter.
Bill's lighter, so Bill...
Oh, he's changed again.
And Bill's
gone
gone up
to 155. So this is changing the order again and again.
Yeah. So this is maybe some mind games.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So the Russian is now going out for...
There are some very, very experienced coaches in the back. I saw Donovan Thompson back there, who knows his stuff, knows a thing or two about equip benching, as does his wife.
And maybe that was to throw the Russian off. Maybe he had his wrists wrapped and unwrapped them and had to wrap them again.
Yeah.
So let's see. He still looks quite calm.
We're seeing the game being played here.
Well, world title at stake.
Yeah. This is what the whole year's training has been leading up to, and his wrist wraps come off. His wrist wraps come off. Is that going to bother him? Oh, and his head's up.
He's not quite going to make it. What a shame.
I wonder if that was a tactic. I wonder if, as you say, his wrist wraps were on and then they came off. Is he going to remember? He can't find it. He's leaving the platform without it. No, he's not.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
I think that must have been hasty wrapping because I have SIG golds and the Velcro is very strong. So that's given it to Bill.
It has. Well, if that was a tactic by the American team, then well played, gentlemen.
And as you say, coached by Donovan Thompson there. So this is a big increase.
That moment of calm as he rocks backwards and forwards just to get himself into the zone.
He needs to really focus because he only went up 2.5 kilos for his second lift, and this is a 12.5 kilo jump. So, I mean, he didn't have to come out for it really. He's already won the title. He's won the competition.
Yeah.
So it shows well in him that he came out for it. Such a big increase.
Well, he's not going to need this. He's not going to need the strength after this for a little while. So he might as well leave nothing on the platform.
And he's going to get it. Excellent.
Well, it went, but was there any movement?
Let's see. Oh, well done, Ben.
Well, doesn't look like it.
Very nice.
It's all about the game and how you play it.
So there we go. That's another world champion for the American team.
Yep. They do know their stuff. And they do love the game as well.
Okay. I thought I heard bar loaded then, but it obviously isn't. He's got a different belt on.
Maybe we've had a change. Yeah.
He had a prong belt on that he threw on the floor for his second lift, but he's got a lever belt on now.
Yeah, well.
Something must have maybe broke.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, or maybe he just couldn't get it on and he's abandoned it and borrowed someone else's. There's a reasonably large contingent here from India today, so maybe he's been able to borrow someone else's belt. Everyone's setup's different. I've never seen anyone stick their leg out and shake their foot before, but...
whatever works for you.
Yeah, exactly. Certainly seems to work for him.
That's 3 good lifts.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, he's in a very, very strong group, so that is only 5th place. But 5th place at the World Championships is 5th best in the world, and that is not to be sneezed at.
Oh, it's an absolute triumph just getting to the World Champions in a World Championship, especially in the IPF.
Mm-hmm.
So here we have Alan. He's already in first place in his class, the Masters 3.
Yeah.
2 good lifts in, and he's gone up 7.5 kilos.
Yeah, he must be hoping that that his opponent doesn't get that 192.
Well, as you said, the American coaches know what they're doing.
They do.
They're unlikely to have put a lift in that he has no chance of getting.
unless it's for tactical reasons, I guess. But
maybe
I'm
they'll
not
wait
sure
to
what
see whether Alan gets this. Oh, that looks tough.
it is,
He's done it though.
glutes came up, but
Did
the referee spot it? I'm afraid they did.
Oh, they did.
They did. So no lift, but he's taken it well.
Well, he's still in first place until Sergey takes his lift.
And he's being coached there by a lady who got the gold medal in her class yesterday. I'm afraid I don't know her name, but I definitely saw her take the gold. Oh, I think we have, someone's going to the jury. It was 2-1. So, and Carol Springett is saying that the glutes came up, and it doesn't look like they're about to change. I mean, it can't hurt to try.
Yeah, you can only go to the jury if it's a 2-1 decision. You can't go if it's unanimous, but it's worth an appeal if you think there was some doubt. Okay, Sergey's taking his time with his setup, looking very calm. This is for the world title.
Yeah, at the moment.
He's got a silver medal at the moment, so this is for the gold.
Absolutely, yeah.
Straight down.
Nice touch, and yes, he's got it.
Oh, that looks like a world champion to me.
And that's another gold.
And it looks like a world champion to Sergey as well. He's having his little moment on the platform, and that tells me that gentleman is not originally from America. That is a Cossack dance. Beautiful, beautiful. I do like to see a bit of celebration on the platform here and there. Although I'm sure if he'd done that at the end of his second lift, he might have got a telling off from the officials. But once he's won, there's not much you can do. I can't wait to see him on the platform, on the
quite
podium.
a feeling getting that last lift in, and nailing a big lift like that for a world title is an awesome feeling.
They certainly seem pleased with it.
Okay, so Craig is currently in fourth. This won't move him up.
No, this is just for personal pride, I think.
Go on, push. Yes.
Oh, he's got it this time.
Excellent.
Yeah. If you fail to wait, you've got to scratch that itch and come back on the platform and show that bar who's boss. And he's certainly done that. Shaking hands with the referees. Okay, so another South African lifter. Coming out for 200, which he failed last time. Can he do what Van Wyck did?
He's certainly going to give it a try.
Yeah, this is going to be his. This will be his last year as M2. Or is it? No, this is his first year as an M2 because he's 49. Yeah, so.
In fact, quite a few of these lifters have come into this class this year.
Come here, group.
Touch is good.
Good drive, but he has
Finish it. Come on.
Yes, it's still going. It's still going.
Yes.
Was that good? He's moving about quite a bit on the bench.
Unfortunately not, but he pressed the weight. It's, okay.
And here's James Pinkett Smith for Great Britain. What's he coming out for? 2:15. Quite a big jump.
Yeah. Well, YOLO and all that sort of thing.
His feet came up. You can see on the replay.
Okay.
The last lifter, his feet came right off the platform. You allowed some lateral movement, but they can't come up.
Okay. Here's Jackie's little boy. Not so little anymore.
Huge amount of support from Horncastle crowd. And British team manager Mark Giles coaching there.
One of the hardest working men in British powerlifting, in my opinion.
So very calm on his setup, James.
Yeah, he's not a flappable man at all,
No,
James. But his heels up. He's not going to get the start command.
Oh, well spotted. Oh no, there he goes. There he goes. He's fine. Come on, James.
Come on, James, pull it
His
down.
position very well there. Drive it up. Yes.
Okay, it's a crowd pleaser. Is it a good lift?
Yes, it is. 3 white lights. That's 3 for 3 at the World Championship.
Horncastle going crazy.
For a man who's only been lifting such a short amount of time, that's an impressive performance.
It's interesting fact about James, he's a percussionist, not a drummer. It's a very, very different thing. I believe he was in the Grenadier Guards band.
Was he? Okay, we have the French lifter, currently in 4th place in class. Will this move him up?
No, 242
Oh no,
is...
it will actually, because he's they'll move him up in 2nd place on bodyweight. Because the 2 lifters above him have both got 242.5. But he's much lighter. So let's see if he can do it.
Okay. Oh, he's...
The referee's indicating that his feet need to be flat on the floor.
Okay, the pressure is absolutely on now. 15 seconds and he's not even on the bench.
Yeah.
This is going to be interesting.
It's going to have to be quick.
Yeah.
Come on.
And he's
Still
not.
do it. You still do it. Just be quick. Heels down.
Oh, 2
Yes.
seconds to go when he got the start command. That is cutting
Go on,
it
drive
down.
it. Go on, finish it off. Is that left arm quite locked?
Well,
Yes, it
yes. Now that
That's
is what you
performance
call
under pressure.
race under pressure. I was about to say, but performance, it will do just as well. Chapeau, young man.
I was panicking for him.
Okay, now, speaking of panicking, Gunter Sal Beck, next man out.
Yeah, he's put a big increase on, hasn't he?
Yeah,
So
he's gone to 245. In fact, he must have taken that down because he put that up to 250,
he did.
hadn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
Well remembered. So what will this do for him? This will actually move him up to 2nd place.
And again, nice attention to details. He's got the earrings in, which are in the colours of the German national flag.
Is he?
I didn't spot that from here. I saw him going to warm up earlier on and noticed it. But hopefully, they are his lucky earrings, and they will get him this lift.
Actually, his shirt moved a little when he slid down the bench there. I hope that didn't affect his setup.
Well, if he gets this one, the prognosis moves him into 3rd.
Oh, okay.
So this is for a bronze medal, all or nothing. And let's hope it's all.
Very controlled descent.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not quite getting
quite
the touch.
touched.
It's hovering.
There's...
It's there, but it's not still.
Oh no.
What a shame.
All that way for nothing, unfortunately. Oh.
It's unfortunately, it's the equipped game. It's very different to classic lifting. And some days, if you've lost a little bit of weight and the shirt doesn't fit quite right, you do see a lot of bombers in equipped bench. And it is unfortunate when people travel so far to be here and train for so long and then don't get a lift in.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it is the nature of it.
Okay, so the Mongolian Lifter is coming out now. This will get him 3rd place. Oh, 2nd even. That will take him to 2nd place. Half kilo increase. Mind you, he did fail at first time, so he must be right on the edge.
Very nice.
Well, he fired that right off the chest, didn't he? And he's got it. He's happy with that.
Okay, so that moved him up to the silver medal position, but we have the Japanese lifter now, who will take that position if he gets his lift.
From Japan.
The super heavyweight Masters 1 is looking interesting. We've got 2 lifters on the same weight and 1 just 2.5 kilos above. We are going to see some chopping and changing there.
Oh wow, yeah.
But yeah, Nakamura for silver.
Yeah, the Finn is way out ahead in gold medal position, so this is all about the other podium places.
Maybe that's why the Finnish lifter didn't take his second attempt, because he knew he was going for that big jump.
Maybe so.
That's a large amount over what he needs to win now. So again, maybe this is a national record or something like that. You can't put increments on to get them at an international competition, but you can take them if you
lift the weight. He did look to come off the bench a little bit there.
Well, we'll see.
Let's see what the refs say.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And one of the referees indicating downward movement of the boundary.
Okay. So this is Zimmerman's second attempt at 260 coming up in the Masters 2 sub 120s.
The replay there, you could see the glutes come right off the bench.
Yeah, okay.
So now we have the German, who is currently in second place, but obviously in that class we still have the Japanese lifter with his third attempt at 300 kilos, which could change everything.
Everybody out. Yeah.
So the Hungarian's covering that slightly, covering that by putting 302.5 on, just in case the Japanese lifter gets his lift. Let's see what the German can do.
I would expect that to come back down if he doesn't. It would only be able to come back down to 300, but that just makes it a mere 30 kilo increase.
I think he got that.
No.
The yellow card, so maybe
we'll
some...
see the replay in a second maybe, and we'll work out what happened. Yeah, here it comes. My money's on glutes.
Seems to be the most common failure, doesn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't quite see it, but with the position of his leg, maybe we couldn't see it, and the side referees could.
Yeah, possible.
Okay, so we have a world M3 record attempt. He already has the world record, and he's already world champion.
Yeah, so this is Motohisa Kojo. Yeah, the Japanese team are... what's going on?
I'm not quite sure.
We have an official on the platform. Are we overturning something possibly?
Maybe the last lift, because I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And Ephraim is indicating that the head came up. I've just seen him point at the back of his head. So.
Okay.
It's overturned. It was a good lift. So that is a new world record. Is it?
No, this is
sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. But that does change things in that class. Okay, so I'm glad that we couldn't see anything wrong, and neither could the jury.
So, world record attempt.
Yeah. It's already his, but he's going to put 20 kilos on it if he gets this.
So the last time the referee wasn't happy with his feet, but he's got the start command.
Yeah,
very short range of motion. I think his head was off the bench there.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's ended up in contact with the rack. I don't know if he's stuck. No, he's fine.
Okay,
he kind of racked his own bar.
So no lift. He's just going to have to be happy with having broken the world record once today.
And being world champion.
That's not a bad position to be in.
Not a bad day's work.
Okay, and they're saying stop the clock for some reason. Not quite sure what's going on here.
Okay, there was a change, I think.
Okay,
There was a change.
Yeah.
He's come down. He was covering the Japanese lifter with 302.5, but he's decided.
Of
course. The Japanese lifter didn't get his lift.
Yeah, so he's taken a chance.
No, the Japanese lifter didn't get his lift, so it's fine.
And the bar is loaded. European record pick.
Oh no, he's yet to come out.
Different
Sorry.
class. So he
is yet to come
he's
out.
taken a chance on WADA not hitting that 300.
He's decided that he's not going to get it.
Well, he better hope he's right. So clearly that 302.5 was maybe to scare WADA into putting it up.
Well, it was a big jump, but he did take a big jump between his first and his second. So
yeah, and it didn't look difficult
easy,
at all.
Yeah.
So, all to play for. This could get him the world title.
Very nice descent. Oh, he's just
it's unfortunately not to be. Yeah, so that 302.5 was definitely a bluff because no way was 10 kilos more going to go if that didn't. Okay, so Wada-san's last attempt at 300 kilos.
So this is for everything. This is for the world title, the world record, and staying in the competition.
Yep. The stakes could not be higher. Everybody's going crazy, not just the Japanese team.
No one wants to see anyone bomb.
No.
Oh, it was my mistake before. It was this lifter that had problems with his heels not being down.
Yeah.
Controlled descent. Good press.
Oh!
I think he's got it.
Oh, I hope so. Well, maybe. Yes! Oh, yes.
Amazing.
Literally 0 to hero in one lift.
A minute ago he wasn't even in the competition, and now he's a world champion with a world record.
I was just going to say his shirt was a super katana. If anyone knows how to handle a katana, it's a man from Japan.
It's the most common shirt I've seen used, to be honest. It's not everyone has a super katana on, but most of the lifters do.
Yeah, here's another one, I think.
Now with a local colour.
Okay.
It's the shirt I use. It's the only one that's ever really worked for me. I've tried a couple of other types on, and I've just never really settled with them.
Yeah, it's quite an advanced shirt, though. But at this level, you need the best kit.
So, everything's played for in this group. 3 lifts over 300.
Look at all those red plates.
He's controlled it well. And it's an easy press.
I wonder what he's actually capable of, because that certainly was nowhere near his limit.
So, let's hope he can hold on to that position.
Yeah, well, okay, so...
Okay, the check's just gone up.
He has the 307.5. Well, he had to, because he's just under 3 kilos heavier. And Kretschmar, also in class, also wants 307.5, but that's a bit of a reach. It's 15 kilo jump.
It is, so the Czech lifter must have decided that the German is not going to get 307.5. Because
this is the all or nothing game, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, because if Kretschmar gets it, he takes it on body weight.
Yep. Okay, so we are... I think we've got a change.
Yeah,
There's
maybe
some,
we have something.
Discussion on the table.
Or is something going to be overturned, possibly?
Not certain.
Some discussion between a jury member and the speaker.
305.5.
Well, Dan says the bar is loaded.
It says 305.
30
Oh, okay, it's 307.5.
307.5, yeah.
And the clock is ticking, so we're off. Here we go.
Yeah.
This is for the world title. Pressure at this level is immense.
I imagine in just a second the pressure within that shirt is going to be immense.
It's a huge weight in the hands.
Yeah.
There we go. He's keeping his nice big
can
chest,
see how
but it's
no,
moving,
it's gone.
it's going.
No, take it. Oh well.
It was a good try.
That's how it goes sometimes.
He's still got a silver medal as things stand, so let's see if the German lifter can take the title.
Okay.
His only successful lift so far is 285, so this will be huge if he gets it.
Well, he's got nothing to lose by.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's already got a bronze medal. Might as well try for the gold.
I think this is our second to last lift. We only have Finn left after Kretschmar, I think. Oh, you can practically cut the atmosphere in here with a knife at the moment, despite us being at 4,000 feet and having thin air.
There's a lovely descent, and
Yeah,
it's a lucky attempt. He's done it, I think.
Yes,
Fantastic.
unanimous. And the German team have just
German
gone
world champion.
bonkers.
I don't blame them. That was
That was beautiful stuff.
At the corner office for the banquet this evening. You haven't got your ticket, please go to the corner office behind you.
okay. One lift left. And
Okay,
it's a huge benching Finn. 310 kilos.
the Finn to win. Can he do it? He didn't come out for his 290. Maybe that was just to save a little bit of energy for this lift.
He's already world champion, so presumably this is for a national record or maybe a PB.
Well, if it's a national record,
No.
it wouldn't touch.
He didn't want.
He didn't want it.
No. He didn't need it.
No, this is true. Shame we didn't get to see it, but
It would have been nice to see a big lift like that, but he knew it wasn't going.
yeah, lifter's prerogative. Okay, so thank you for staying with us, and we would just like to thank again our sponsors, Eleiko and SBD. Eleiko provided all of the platform equipment and the bar, the weights, the plates, the stands, and everything else. And SBD you can see the spotters with the SBD t-shirts on. We're also sponsored by Reb and Rogan Bull. We will just have a few minutes break and then we'll be back for the medal ceremony. Please tune in tomorrow. We've got the seniors lifting tomorrow, so things are going to get very, very exciting because those guys aren't as experienced and could go crazy. Thank you for watching today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Goodbye.
his tracksuit, the tracksuit top and bottom. Tristan and Ephraim must be 20 lifters. Huh? The ball has to come on last. Come on first. 20 lifters, Ephraim. Okay, give them a big round of applause. Welcome back. We saw some great lifting, some great fights. Welcome back all the lifters to the platform. Let's give them a big round of applause. Make more noise than that. Welcome back. From all over the world, from Russia, from America, from Europe, they came here today to compete in the Masters World Bench Press. That's better. And as is tradition, we will hand out each lifter will get a participation medal. Presenting the medals today, we have Kristen Thompson from Germany, Jack Marcus from the United States, and Anna Ferguson, IPF, EC, and from South Africa. You can move down a little bit, please. Lifters, Ephraim, you can move down. Right up. Remember the bus is leaving at 4 o'clock, and banquet tickets, if you haven't got it yet, please go to Marnie in the corner there. We will just finish handing out the participation medal. That was a great, we saw some great lifting. World record by Japan after 2 failed attempts, he got it on 300 on the 3rd attempt. Was a great comeback. We start with a Masters 4 minus 120. And the silver medal goes to Isif Masova from Russia. Silver medal for Russia. Isif Masova. The gold medal with a bench press of 155 goes to Bill Helmish from the United States of America. Well done, Bill.
Watch me fall down. That's what happens when you get really old.
Could you please all rise for playing of the national anthem of the USA?
Come closer, Jack. Stand in front of the seat.
Congratulations
Whoever got on this.
and thank you. Now we go to the Masters meet under 120 kg. And the second place, the silver medal, goes to Alan Figar from Denmark. And the gold medal, the bench press of 190, goes to Sergey Sadjan from the United States of America. Please rise for the national anthem of the United States of America. Thank you and well done. Now we go to the Masters 3 for 120 plus. The gold medal goes to Motohisha Kojo from Japan. With a world record bench of 245.5. Please rise for the playing of the Japanese national anthem. Now we come to the Master 2 under 120 category. Bronze medal, bench of 260, goes to Wolfgang Zimmermann from Germany. And the silver medal with a bench of 270 goes to Janis Česna from Hungary. And the gold medal with a great comeback and a great bench press of 300 on his third attempt, gold medal to Kohei Wada from Japan. you please all rise for playing of the Japanese national anthem. Thank you and congratulations. Now we're going down to Master 1 under 120 category. The bronze medal goes to Reda Adu from France, bronze medal. And the silver medal with a bench of 245 goes to Bayoksu Seterindatubu from Mongolia. And with a bench press of 285 coming from Finland, the gold medal goes to Lassi Linonen from Finland. He's rise for playing the national anthem of Finland. Oh, thank you, gentlemen, and congratulations.
Two big guys. Okay. Hold on. Wait.
Hey. Well done, well done. Now we go to... Thank you, thank you. Obrigado, thank you. Now we go to the Master 120 plus. With a bench press of 292.5, bronze medal goes to Jan Pinch from Czech Republic. And the silver medal with a bench of 205 goes to Kaidu Liesman from Estonia. With the bench press of 307, coming from Germany, gold medal goes to Robert Kretschmar. And you please all rise for the playing of the German national anthem. Thank you and congratulations. Just to remind you, take your tickets in the back. The bus is leaving now for the airport. Please pay the ticket. Give the athletes. Fine, and give the athletes a big round of applause. This way around, give them a big round of applause. Thank you for coming to South Africa. We hope to see you again. And what a great, lovely competition that was. Thank you, Fred. Lead them off. Thank you. Give them a big round of applause, everybody.